What's up, guys? Today we got part 2 of the E36 drift makeover. You saw in part 1 that we got rid of our automatic transmission, open diff, and automatic shifter. So we are ready to install our ZF 5-speed. We'll work on that later on. Right now the primary focus is getting this nice fancy M3 clutch pedal in there. We're going to stick it through, see where it's showing on the firewall, and go from there so we can set up our line for the sleeve.
We did not take out our stock automatic brake pedal yet because we didn't want to get confused. We're just going to do a complete just direct swap right now. Take this auto pedal out and we'll put the 5-speed assembly in, and should be able to keep us organized that way. So let's take this thing out. This is the angle required to get your brake pedal out, apparently. This is a good time to show you guys the Sicky hydraulic e-brake bracket, though. This thing is sick. This is just sitting here. This is our short throw for now, but this is mounted. We drilled these 2 holes and mounted her. This thing is awesome.
Oh, the whole wiring harness is like all intertwined.
There she goes. There she is. Nice.
That's cool. Let's get the new one in.
We're getting some freaking pretty big hail right now. Justin's just pulling the intake tube off here so we can get a better view of our clutch lines going down to the turning area. I'm gonna take this whole big box out.
There's a vacuum line attached to the bottom of that. Fit my hand in there. I guess we can get this box off so I can get my hand under there.
With the whole air box out, it's really easy to see everything, so we were able to verify that our clutch line was gonna work and it's gonna all go in the right areas. And we're pretty much ready now to put our pedal in. Justin's gonna crawl back in there and mount her up. That's where it's gonna go, through the firewall. We put an extension through so we can see right there.
So, update. We snapped the little 45 that goes into the master. I was wiggling on that hose and gave it a little too much and snap. So because that's going to put us out of hold, we're going to get started with mounting our clutch setup so the trans can come in. What we got here is our clutch setup, and this is going to be a single mass flywheel setup, and that's going to get rid of your dual mass flywheel.
It's so thick. It's crazy. I've never seen a flywheel like that thick.
Yeah, it's just a single mass. It's not a lightweight though. The lightweight one was like really expensive.
Budget build.
Yeah. So I went with that one.
But we got all of our hardware here, our alignment tool, our pilot bearing, so everything we need to get our tranny on there and shift it nice.
Awesome.
Mint.
The single mass flywheel is on and torqued to spec. We also have our pilot bearing in there. Now we're gonna throw on our clutch. We're gonna use our alignment tool to get that aligned on there.
Our clutch is all buttoned up. And we are ready to begin the battle of installing our manual trans. Ready? Again?
It's in there, but
Oh, here. It's too low. Go. Don't do it. It's a little too high. Drop it a little. Pretty deal. Ready? Yep.
we're in there, so rotating. Find it.
This is a heavy 70. So what do? Can you push it a little?
Yeah.
You can spin that thing correctly. Alright.
Yeah, oh, you push it.
Stop that. There you go.
What's missing?
This shoe's gonna go in.
Alright,
You can see this so tight. Okay. We gotta lift it up and high, push it in. Yep. Alright, deal. Okay.
Follow your right way.
Ready to push up?
Yeah, just find some hole.
Oh, is it in? A little more? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Plenty of mid. Alright. You just put it up. Perfect. Woo. Oh yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'll start you right here if I can. We gotta rotate though. Keep pushing. I'm gonna pull it in. Keep going. You okay? There you go. Hold it, hold it.
That was getting tight.
Go on. Hold it. Boom. Good. That's a great start. Woo. You think what? No, am I gonna have to get this?
Yeah.
We have the manual transmission all bolted up now. All the bell housing bolts are on. Our starter is bolted up. That's all great. Now we're gonna put our transmission cross member on, and Justin's getting some polyurethane bushings ready over there to install for the cross member so we can get this transmission all up where it wants to sit, and then we can get our fancy shifter in there.
This is our stock tranny bushing. You know, look at all that movement you can get right there. And then you got our poly bushings, which thing's hard as a rock, literally a hockey puck. That's gonna give you way less flex and possibly even just get the torque to the ground and not in the bushings. So we'll go swap those out. Our transmission is in place with the poly bushings. While we're under here, we're also gonna be replacing the stock motor mounts. These things are really soft, designed for comfort, not good for drifting. So we got our poly ones, and these should hold down the motor real nice.
We have our motor mounts in. And Justin even installed some poly lower control arm bushings here. So we are all polyed out right now. But unfortunately, guys, we were a little bit delayed because the shift linkage that we needed to go from the bottom of our shifter right there to our transmission was too long. The linkage we got was too long. So we had to order the correct one, and obviously that took a couple days, which delayed us. But I'll crawl out and show you what I mean. So here are our shift rods for the short throw shifter that we're using in the car. And this is the one that we originally had, obviously. It's massive compared to the correct guy.
Yeah, this guy's for a Z3, and our small one we have here is for your 328s and M3s. We also got our little nipple right here.
Which is great. That'll allow us to get our clutch pedal all buttoned up because you snapped it on us.
Yep, shitty plastic.
So we got a new little nipple here. Sweet.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, guys, because obviously this set us back a couple days, we're not going to have the E36 ready for Lock City Drift. My V8 swapped Volvo wagon will definitely be there, so you're not going to want to miss that. That should be fun. But we're going to have Justin's car ready for upcoming events and to drift in general, so we're just going to keep on going and get the car together and get the shifter in there now with the correct rod. Justin's getting the shifter ready to mount in the car. It's pretty cool because all it uses here, as you'll see in a second, is this sandwich plate to hold it in the floor, and then this one rod to go to the transmission, which is pretty awesome because it replaces this stock setup, which uses a whole bunch of rods and holders and things that wear out and whatnot. So pretty cool replacement with this guy going in there. Justin's got the shift rod all installed up there, and I'm gonna move the shifter now. It should shift correctly, and he's gonna make sure everything looks good underneath. That thing is short, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah. It feels good from up here. Everything look good down there? Clears everything nicely?
Yeah, no, everything's great. The lowest point is obviously the bottom of the shifter that we installed that rod correctly.
Man.
We're gonna go ahead and put these retaining clips in there because our drive shaft will be blocking us.
Man. We are moving right along, and we have our plastic 45 and our clutch master here. So we're finally gonna get our three pedals in there, get the clutch assembly in the rig. We have everything all tightened in now, and what we've been doing is just running our clutch lines down to the transmission. And what's really cool is that even though that this car started its life as an automatic, it has all the mounting points for your manual parts. This is our clutch line coming down, and this tab right here was already there. That's not used in the automatic application, but obviously used in our manual swap. And it's great that everything's there because it worked out perfectly. Our hard line down to our new little flex piece here. And the last step is going to be up with the engine up there. Let's get up there. Here is our final hose that we need to connect. And what this is going to do is supply our whole clutch system with hydraulic fluid. And in this case, it's going to be using brake fluid because this tab right, kind of hard to show you, but right down there, as you can see, is what we're going to be connecting this hose to. Obviously, we have to cut it back, and this is going to supply the whole system with brake fluid. And our clutch master cylinder is built into the pedal. As you saw, Justin snapped our tab off of our 45 off of that earlier. That was our master cylinder. This is our reservoir for the fluid, and we just got to cut that thing in, hook it up.
Oh.
We got our line on there, and now we're gonna have to bleed the clutch, and we're gonna change the transmission gear oil, but I'm sure you guys don't wanna see that, so this is where we're gonna end this video because we have most of our 5-speed swap components in the rig. We got our shifter in there, all bolted up. We got our pedal set up all in there, so everything is coming along really good. And to come with this, guys, in terms of upgrades, we still have the Sicky hydraulic e-brake lever to install. We have adjustable rear control arms, and we have to install our LSD. Bunch of fun stuff to come. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace!